Josh, a couple things to tick through. You and I spoke in the last hour. A lot has changed since then, especially the president's TikTok over the next 24 hours. On top of that, of course, we're now getting a brief, but a readout on this national security meeting. Talk us through it.
Yeah, well, let's just start with the president's schedule. The last time that I spoke to you, I let you know that the White House had abruptly announced that President Biden was no longer going to stay here in Washington as planned today. He was actually going to go home to Wilmington tonight to spend President's Day at his home there. The White House now saying that's no longer happening, that the reason he was going to go to Wilmington tonight in the first place was because of some type of family issue. But now the president will no longer leave and will stay here at the White House. So make of that what you will. But in the meantime, we are getting our first details about this meeting that the president held with his National Security Council in the Situation Room today. The White House releasing a very brief statement, simply saying that they discussed Russia's continuing military buildup along the border. But as you can see in that photo we were showing just a second ago, the array of top officials who are now front and center on this. You see Bill Burns there, the CIA director, indicating the intelligence aspect of this. And then on the right-hand side of the screen is Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary. And you might be wondering why the Treasury Secretary would be at a Ukraine meeting, but it is her department that is going to be responsible for enacting those unprecedented sanctions that the U.S. for weeks has been threatening against Ukraine if it were to go ahead and invade. Secretary of State Blinken, who also was at that meeting today, we saw him leave the White House just a few minutes ago. He was on Meet the Press this morning where he laid out how everything the U.S. has predicted would happen, in his view, is now happening. Take a look.
It certainly looks like everything we said was likely to occur in the lead up to the actual invasion is happening. We're seeing false flag operations taking place in eastern Ukraine, the manufacturing of provocations and justifications for Russia to go in. So all of this seems to be following the script that I laid out at the United Nations Security Council and that President Biden talked about to the nation just the other day.
Now, we know that the next diplomatic step here, Yasmin, is going to be a meeting that Blinken is planning for later this week in Europe with the Russian Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov. The White House saying that will only take place if Russia does not invade. But we also heard this morning from Russia's ambassador to the United States, who was on another network saying, we never had any plans to invade. We still don't have any plans to invade. And once again, accusing the U.S. and Ukraine of being the provocateurs in this conflict, a charge the White House emphatically denies, Yasmin.